everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and I know, per usual, I look pretty great, I know. Let's just all bring down our expectations for a second, because this is setting the bar way high. You guys, we are talking today about a new palette that released. I'm so excited. This is the new one by Voss. Can we talk about the unicarton? And the fact that the palette matches the unicarton. Come on. I'm obsessed. I love this color. It's like sophisticated Lisa Frank style. I love all the colors and the cuteness. But this is the rainbow eyeshadow palette, recently released, again, by Voss. I got mine from Sephora, and it is $30 hairs, and it has 1 5-star review currently, for what that's worth to you. It does say that this is exclusive, I'm assuming exclusive to Sephora. What it is, a palette with 10 larger than life pans for the perfect pops of color, which by the way, they are 0.11 ounces a piece. We will look at the palette here in just a second. Fabulous size. They are a good old chunky size. You know I love me a big old fat palette. Yes, please. It says the shades in this palette are super pigmented, infused with jojoba oil, and easy to use. With all the colors of the rainbow, plus an iridescent white and a glittery black, you'll have the flexibility to create all the bold eye looks you can dream up. Yes, queen. Swatched. Bam! Woo! Loving it. You guys, this palette is a little stunning. You do, of course, get a full mirror, and then look at these colors. Now, at first, I was kind of bummed out because I'm like, all right, I paid $30. Shh, I'm busy. And what bummed me out is that you get 2 purples, and I'm like, in the pan, they look almost the same. 2 turquoise, okay, they look really similar. Like, why are you doing this to me? Why don't you give me different colors? But then I swatched them, and you guys, you will definitely see the differences in them when we are up close. This palette swatched very interesting to me. There is one shade that stood out as a little bit lackluster, a little more difficult to swatch, and a little underwhelming. That was this blue shade. It swatched a little chalky to me, which is interesting. The rest of them, I believe the entire palette, actually, now that I think about it, was like infused with jojoba oil or something. Is that on here anywhere? Yeah, infused with jojoba oil. Wait, I just read that. Why would I? You guys, I'm so tired. I think I slept for literally 6 seconds last night. Like, there was just no sleep. My body was like, let's just run marathons. Just kidding, you're really tired, so let's just not do anything. But you guys, that is the only shade in this palette that I was like, where's that oil at, girl? Why are you not swatching? The rest of them were super creamy. However, I will say that they did feel a little extra crumbly when I swatched them, which of course is where all this extra bait came from, because your girl is not about ready to have the crumble falling on her lids. So let's go ahead and put some of these on our face. Now, obviously, there's nothing in here that says, hello, please do me as a crease color. So we are gonna jump in to a different palette. Well, you guys, now I am bummed out. I have the Pro Violet Voss kit. I reviewed it on my channel months ago. I love that palette. That's the palette I wanted to use today, and now I cannot find it. But that's all right. It's not really important because I guess it's just not. I'm just personally really sad about it, but that's all right. We're gonna go in. Actually, I recently went on the ColourPop website and picked up some of their new, well, they're not new, but they had a sale on a bunch of their single shadows, which this, of course, is not the only like single shadow Z palette I have from them. I have this one as well. They're just really, really good. Like, the quality is definitely there in these ColourPop single shadows, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to go in with some of these today. These, of course, are just the newer ones. These are all mattes over here. These are shimmers, so we're not going to be touching these because we got all the shimmer we need. So we're probably just going to go in and hit up some ColourPop shadows, I guess, today. What else am I forgetting? Oh, brushes. Girl, where did you learn how to do a video? Guess what else I forgot even before brushes? Hello, swatches. You guys, let's go in. Let's look at the palette. Let's look at the colors. Where am I? How did I forget this? Who are this? I don't know. Let's zoom in. First shade we have is the shade Flamingo, Peach, Buttercup, Seaform, Fiji, dropping down to the second row, Royal, Indigo, Violet, Pearl, which it's probably a little difficult to see, but she's got some gorgeous reflect on her, and Eclipse. And that is the entire palette. Now, I'm not 100% sure with these, like, which one I'm really feeling yet. I haven't decided. I don't know. I feel like part of me really, one of you made a comment about loving the purples, but I feel like I've done a lot of purple lately. So I'm like, do I want to maybe stay up near these teal kind of greeny colors? Because those I never play with. So I could maybe do like a blue or this green teal, maybe with a little yellow, a little pearl in the center. There's a lot of option to be had here. Ooh, wait, I just saw a vision. Hold on, let it filter all the way in. Yep, I just got it. Okay, you guys, I think I know what we're gonna do. And you're just gonna come along for the ride. All right, so first up, we're just gonna start, we gotta start somewhere. You guys know, crease colors are a must. So I think first up, we're gonna lightly dust the shade Koi, I don't know, into the crease, and possibly a little tiny bit of the shade Top Notch. We're just gonna go ahead and lightly work them color poppies right on into the lid. You guys, I'm obsessed with these color pop shades. Seriously, they have some of the best like little pressed powder shade things that I've ever worked with, and I'm just taking this on a Wayne Goss number 3 brush. You guys know, on my quest for trying out new brushes and being able to give you guys a full review, these are the high-end brushes. Wayne Goss brushes do not play. They are 100% real, like unmessed with real animal hair. A mixture of like, well, they're not a mixture, but his brushes are comprised of like goat and black squirrel and things of that nature, all ethically harvested, of course. But just so you know, it's nothing political. I'm trying them just because they are a super high quality brush. But just so you know, this is a Wayne Goss number 3. Now, just to get it started and to start cooling down the crease, that brown is a little bit warm for what I'm going for. I'm going to go in with the shade Roundhouse. It's not quite black. It's more of a deep brown meets black kind of color. And I'm going in really light with this, just on the outer V right here. You can see, just to kind of deepen it up a little bit. Same brush, tiniest amount of product that I'm going to kind of keep, you know, circular motion and just work it into this area. I don't want it to look super concentrated, but I'm pretty sure that I want to try some of that really dark blue, this one right here. I'm gonna want to put some of that on the outside of my eye, and I think that it would blend nicer into a more cool tone brown. So we're just gonna give, again, just the tiniest little amount for right now, and then we will, of course, blend over top of it later. All right, a little something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna continue to blend and go over top of that a ton. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but again, just a good starting point. Now I think for this look, you guys, I really love the way that this blue and this more turquoisey light blue and this dark blue really stay together in the way that they look. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to take the light one all over the lid, the dark maybe on the outer and the inner, like a little tiny bit, and then in the dead center I want to pop that white. I think that that would look gorgeous. Now, because I do not have large eyes, this could be challenging. So we're gonna just go with it. And I mean, if I screw it up, I screw it up. Like, things could be worse. I will probably end up going in with a glitter glue, but you guys know me. I have to try it first with my finger. This is one of my favorite ways to apply these shadows because it really gives them a chance to see what they can do and be all that they can be. I mean, look at that. Come on. That is so gorgeous. And you guys, I can definitely feel that jojoba oil. It is working for this shadow right now. It is just going on and gliding all over like heaven. Well, that looks gorgeous, and it went on, you guys, literally like a dream. There's like somehow little to no fallout, which is crazy with these kinds of shades. But they're just, oh God, they're so good. Okay, you guys, now it's time. I'm a little nervous for this next part. I want to do a little bit of that dark blue, this one right here on the outside. I think it's going to look gorgeous. And to do this, I'm going to go in with a different technique, and everybody can, you know, hate on whoever you want. I actually really love to play with these things. Now, I have a couple reasons. One, colors like this tend to really stain or impact my brushes, and I am lazy. I don't clean my brushes often, like as far as getting out all that color, and they're so rich with pigmentation that I don't want to wreck them. Number two, because these have jojoba oil in them, they really do respond nicely to being almost slid and like manipulated in this sense instead of just like a packing motion. So what this does is it allows me to not only place the color, but then go in and kind of move it around without, you know, messing up too much. So we're just going to try it, see if it works. Again, it's dry, and it's just one of these cheap little things. Everybody has these. They're not that super exciting, right? We're just going to go in and kind of check it out. Wow, that looks really pretty. I am wondering if that would look a little bit shinier if it was wet. I want to try it just to see. And if we don't like it wet, then guess what? There's the other end. So I just want to try it, see what we can get. You guys will know about me, like, and I think that that's why some people love my channel. That's probably why some people hate it too, but I try to be really, like, chill about how I do things, and like, Paige, why do you do that? Why do you use that technique? Why did you pick up that weird little thing? Because I wanted to, because I was curious. Like, it doesn't always have to be so friggin' rigid. Everybody gets so bent out of shape if you don't try the right this and use the same brush and do the blah, blah, and I'm over here like, girl, you need to find something to do with your life because it is sad. Get your shit together. Like, I am loving this. And actually, you know what I think I want to do? I think I want to blend and put the white on the inside, I think, maybe, instead of on the outside. And then go from, like, maybe, oh, no, do I want to do that? Guys, it's killing me. So we changed our mind, guys. We're going to go in. We're going to meld the blue and that turquoise together, right, like we've been doing. I am finding that this shade feels a little drier than the turquoise one, even as I apply it to my lid, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but just be warned, it does have a little bit of a different texture to it. Like, especially when I compare it to the other one that's all over my lid, like, that's crazy. Like, look at that. Goodness gracious. Check out that fade, bro. Which decade are you from, Paige? And there's a lot more fallout from that dark blue that I'm noticing. It's still not that bad, but I definitely do think, and I don't know if it's just my palette or what, but that dark blue shade on the outside is drier. And it's confirmed in the fallout because the other turquoise shade had almost none, and it's a lot more creamy than that one. So just something to be forewarned about. But dang, that's gorgeous. Huh. Like, are you living? Because I might be. All right, this is where it becomes like high stakes poker a little bit. We're gonna take this pearl shade, we're gonna start putting it on the inner corner, and I'm just gonna work it out into that turquoise until I feel like stopping. You know, it's like one of those colors where I don't wanna overdo it, I don't wanna underdo it, but I also don't know what is gonna look good yet. I am gonna move that right into the inner corner though, because I think, yeah, no matter what, that's gonna be pretty as an inner corner highlight. Oh, it's got a little bit of yellow reflect to it. Oh, I see you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wet this brush just because of the area that I'm working in. I wanna make sure that it kind of stays where I put it. Ooh, you guys. And again, we're just gonna keep going back in between all these colors until we feel like we like the blend. Little something like that. Holy crapola, is that pretty. Whew, you guys, it's so like, oh God, it's so different from what I normally do too. Oh, and I love the reflect on that pearl. Whew, girl, you need to take yourself out of this equation for 1 second and calm down. Now, just as like an, you know, to kind of buff everything together, I am going to go in with this Eclipse shade right here, and I want to buff that a little bit to where this dark blue meets this brown, and just buff it a little bit into the crease right there. Tap off a lot of it. I don't want a ton on my brush, but this is a Wayne Goss 18, and we're just going to, again, real light. We're just going to do it because I really like the way that this black shadow pairs with this dark blue. It looks very natural in fade. Again, not like, yeah, it looks very natural on my eye, but it looks natural in the sense of how that dark blue fades into black. They carry the same kind of tone, and they look very nice together. So I'm just really focusing on really buffing that whole area out. You guys, I am actually stunned. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off of camera because that took a second. And if I end up adding anything or changing anything, I'll let you know. But as of right now, I love that. I might add a little bit more blue right there just to transition, but we will see when I get up close and well, like I'm already up close. You guys, I will be right back is the long and short of what I'm saying. But oh my God, whew, I need to calm down, maybe go take some medicine. I'm getting too excited. Whew, too excited. Whew. All right, you guys, everything is finished up on my face. I know this looks like, I'm over here like, I know it looks so good. But you guys, I am obsessed with this eye look. I think it looks stunning. Like, I'm actually, I'm so happy with it. And I'm over the moon. Anyways, okay, so let's jump into real quick. A couple of you have been saying like, hey, will you rate, you know, what the other things on your face? Will you leave them in the comments? Or we're curious, we just want to know. And I am going to tell you right now, I am awful about remembering to write things in the description box, like what I'm wearing, anything. I'm so awful about it. I know it. I try to change, but like the reality is just I suck at life a lot of days. But on my lips, I can tell you I am wearing yet again Pinkies Up in the ColourPop Luxe lipsticks. You guys, this color, it talks to me on a spiritual level. It's been in my pocket since I got it. I won't get rid of it. I've used it so much. Like, I've already beat the living daylights out of it. It's just, it's so good. And yes, I did hear you guys on your lips swatch thing. I don't know if it will be up before or after this video that you're watching right now, but you guys can expect that if you haven't seen it. And if you've already seen it, well, I hope you liked it. So, there's this. What else is on my face? Oh, I did go in, you guys, with my iconic brow thing. Side note, been loving it. Like, my brows, I feel like they are such a good size. Like, they're thinner. A lot of you are really giving me positive reinforcement on the brow. Thank you. I'm digging it. And then for blush, I went in with, oh, good Lord. I went in with this shade. I think it's Kindred. It's this one right here. I wanted like a more, you know, demure kind of cheek given the eyes, but still something that would sculpt me in a little bit. It's almost like a blush meets a bronzery kind of color, which is why I love that blush so much. And then for just my regular contour, nothing exciting, I went in with this guy right here in the Kat Von D palette because he's fabulous. Highlight though, okay, don't hate a girl. See, I feel like I have to preface this because so many of you hate it. But here's the deal. Regardless of brand, a good product is a good product. And a product I like is a product I will consider a good product. Santorini by Kylie Cosmetics, y'all. It is on my face. It is blinding. It is making me so happy. It is popping. We have got all the things happening and I am loving it. So, with all of that being said, let's talk about this palette, you guys. I just talked so much, I was like winded about it. This Violet Voss palette is absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed. The only thing I will say is that this blue shade, and it could just be my palette, he did give me a little bit more trouble than what I bargained for. A little bit difficult to work with, a little drier formula than the rest. But other than that, you guys, these are so good. They are crumbly feeling. You can kind of see, you know what, I wonder if I get this close enough. It might pick up the texture like in this top pan right here. It's got like, okay, that's not even close to in focus, but you can see in a couple of them how they've got like that weird like bumpy texture. And if you're familiar with shadows at all, that's the texture that they have. They have like more of a, like a, you swipe them and they get kind of chunky. It's not bad. You just really have to be mindful of that chunk and be ready to work it out onto your lids or in whatever way you're using it. But for $30, you guys, I think the pan sizes are great. I love that you get a mirror. It's good. I love the choices. I love that these, a lot of these especially, can be worn together. The purples, the pinks, the yellows, like they just all go very well together. But my absolute favorite thing about this palette that I cannot stress enough, I love that they gave you two neutral colors. The black does have like a gold, like chunky glitter in it, but you guys, you can't tell. Like it's on my lid right now. That is obviously that whole outer section. You can't tell. I mean, it's just, it's such a good black shade. It works so well with the colors in the palette. It's great. This pearl shade, this one got me because this one proved to be iridescent. And that was an awful swatch. I don't even know why I would be proud of that. But it proved to be a little bit more iridescent than I expected. I thought it was more of like a true to white color. And like, here we go. Let's try a real swatch. Like you can, there you go. You can see it's got like a white to yellow green kind of reflect to it. It's not ugly by any means. I think it looks beautiful. And if anything, I think that it would pair again with several of the colors in this palette. So for $30, I think this is a great shimmer palette if you need a shimmer palette. Now, if you have a couple already or you're like, wow, I don't need this, then, you know, obviously you have to use your own discretion on that. Violet Voss is a good brand. Yet again, they did not disappoint. I am loving so much of their stuff. I've tried, I think I swatched one of their palettes and then I went to buy it online and it was not in stock, and then I finally got the Pro palette and now I have lost the Pro palette, but it is a good palette nonetheless. Their shadows are really good. The pan sizes are fantastic. These are over double a standard Urban Decay shadow, just for like a reference point of how big. 0.11 ounces is very good, especially for a higher end brand. And I just think the price point and everything really came together. I love the packaging too. It's super cute. So if you don't have a ton of shimmers or if you're looking for a lot of like really nice bright, easy to use, easy blendable shadows, I would definitely recommend these. Like, they blend it out so beautiful on my lids, you guys. I'm obsessed. I love this eye look. I cannot wait to hop on here and take all my selfies. And by selfies, I mean thumbnails. I don't take selfies. I'm not conceited. Okay, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you enjoyed all the fun eye-ness for today. Eye-ness, that sounds like it's almost virgin on not good, you know what I mean? You guys, don't forget to check the description box for all my social media handles, because you know that you love seeing me down in that description box, and all my social medias, Instagram, the Facebook, the Snapchat, the Twitter. It's all the fun. It's all the rage these days with these kids. You guys, have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Valley Voss, actually really pretty. Valley Voss.